try the new angle. Why not? Man, you gotta stretch. You gotta be intentional with it. Be intentional. Just like nothing is coincidental, your actions shouldn't be coincidental. You can't control everything, but be intentional with your movements, your thoughts, your actions, your words. Be intentional even with your breathing. It's a gift. It's a privilege. But you got permission. You got permission. You got permission. Deep stretch, deep stretch. Sometimes that's all your body need. May not need all that medication. Just may need you to move a little, stretch a little. Be intentional. Love a little more. That's it. Just a little love. Just a little love. Intentional love. Not conditional, intentional love. It's not a cure. Nope. Trouble always lurking. It's not a cure. But it's just one step to your purpose and to quality. You already got time. You already been given a day. Now what you gonna do to make it quality? Be intentional. I'm no doctor. I'm an overcomer. Hey, this ain't practice. This maintenance. It's always game day, overcomer. practice and maintenance. This intent. This is worship. Yeah. You worried like I worried. It didn't help any, did it? Nope. You got to be intentional with your thoughts. Worry less. You're an overcomer. Choose which side you're going to be on. Be wise with it. You may not have any real medical problems. Just worrying, you know? You can worry yourself sick. You good. It's okay to not be okay. Just loosen them hips. I'm telling you. Just loosen them hips. You trying to obtain all the material belongings you accumulated. But you don't want to sustain or obtain your temple. How can you enjoy all those belongings when your body, your temple is desperate for your attention, for your intentional attention? No, it wasn't always like this. I'm still overcoming. Yeah, I hung in the wrong crowds. Hey, I was part of that wrong crowd. Let me not lie, you know. I was once following the crowd. Not being intentional with my time, with the company I keep, not stretching my thoughts, my perspective. My confidence, my self-esteem. Trying to fit in instead of fitting out. No, I'm not better, I'm just different. You're not better, you're just different. Be intentional. Keep them hips loose. It'll help you get up when you fall a lot easier, a lot more efficient, because you're going to stumble. You teach a man how to land, he'll never fall. You're going to stumble. stretch your perspective. You don't know it all. But that stiffness is telling you something. That stress in your body is telling you something. Be intentional with your listening. Good. A man this morning told me, hey, he was limping. He had a limp. And he was like, young man, don't get old. He don't know how old I am. But I understood. I understood. But this is what I mean by changing your perspective. Because once you start stretching your perspective, stretching your body, you'll learn we stay young a very, very long time. You stop being childlike. You stop being childlike. You didn't want to mind your business. You didn't want to stay in a child's place. Now you feel like getting old is a curse. uh, Getting old is a curse. But the good die young. The good die young. The good die young. You don't know what I was going through. But I appreciate his perspective. He told me to don't get old. Now he ain't say how. He ain't say how. I believe by stretching, it brings youth. Stretching brings youth. You want to stay connected to youth? Hey, listen to the kids. Don't regret. Just listen. Take your time. he reminded me that I was on time. Mm. Yep. Yeah, you might be grieving right now. And just fixing your bed is enough. It's getting hard to just go brush your teeth. You might be indecisive right now, unsure on which way to go. Stretching to help that. Stretching to help that. Stretching don't just, or being intentional with your stretching don't just help your today. It better your tomorrows. Yeah, it's seed, it's seafood. It gives you room to grow. Good. Be intentional. Mean what you say. Mean what you do. Be able to stand corrected. Yeah, that's big for some of them. To stand corrected, you know. Pride and ego is hard to stretch. When you got a big ego, it's hard to, you know. Good. 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 Woo. Good. Nice. Good. It's called the sharpener. It's called the sharpener. hurts. It burns. It's uncomfortable. But you are becoming your finest self. Stay sharp. Stay dangerous. Be intentional. Be intentional. You got to be willing to go in the sharpener. You got to be willing to face your fears. You got to choose to overcome. Be intentional. It don't just happen. This ain't by chance. It's not coincidental. It's by grace. Intentional love. Intentional, unconditional love. No, it's not like God didn't see this coming. That's why he'll never leave nor forsake us. That's why he gave us basic instructions before we leave earth. The promise keeper. Work. He was intentional. He fearfully and wonderfully made us. It's not no big bang. This was intentional, deliberate, wanting to love. Be intentional. Good. The sharpener. Feel good, don't it? You starting to get comfortable in discomfort, huh? You used to want to avoid. You hated conflict or confrontation. You used to want to avoid telling the truth. You've been sharpened. You had it up to here. I know. You had it up to here. You used to just want your head above water. Now you walking on that stormy situation. This is what overcoming looks like. It looks like her. It looks like him. It looks like him. Yeah, him. And it looks like them. Overcoming looks like you. I know. You made some bad decisions. But it sharpened you. Be kind to yourself. They stabbed you in the back. They betrayed you. But be kind to yourself. Be intentional. Good trees bear good fruit. Be intentional. Because a bad tree produces bad fruit. Be intentional. What fruit you harvesting? What fruit you harvesting? Is it kindness? Gentleness? Self-control? What fruit you harvesting? Is it revenge? Bitterness? Jealousy? Bitter fruit? What fruit you harvesting? What seeds you intentionally planting? Uproot that doubt. Uproot that doubt. Good. You was a conqueror. What fruit you harvesting? What fruit you picking? What fruit you sharing? Be intentional. You was an apple before the onion. That pain just brought flavor. But it didn't give you favor. Work. Favor is intentional. What fruit you harvesting? Stop reading the box. Thinking it's optional. Narrow to wide. Narrow to wide. You're trying to make a cocktail. You're trying to make fruit punch. Gumbo. We don't want no addeds. We is not gonna give the outside any credit. Intentional. Intentional. Work. 20 more. Intentional. Yeah. We gonna be responsible. We gonna be disciplined. We don't need motivation. We need discipline. You don't need a crowd or claps. You need to be your own biggest cheerleader. Trust yourself. What fruit you harvesting? Is it encouragement? Is it peace? Or is it panic? Control what you can control. Be intentional with your actions, your words, your time. Where you spend your presence, or who you let in your presence. Know who you is and whose you are. Be intentional. Know who you is and whose you are. Yeah, I know who I am and whose I am. And he was intentional. For the kingdom of God belongs to such as these. Intentional. Unconditional intent. That is not your business, overcomer. That's who you used to be. Now turn bitter to sweet. What fruit you harvest? 20 more. Man, listen. All it takes is your is your partaking. All it takes is your one step. You can start today, overcomer. You can start today. Matter of fact, if you already started, you thought about quitting. I hope this is your nudge to keep going. It get more intense when a breakthrough coming. How bad you really want it? How bad you really want it? Stay disciplined. It's coming. I can see it, overcomer, because I believe it. I ain't waiting till I come to the finish line. I ain't waiting till I touch it physically. I believe it. I see it. I'm intentional with my thinking. It's coming. I'm intentional with my sight. I see it. I see you, overcomer. It's always better to be seen and not viewed. Surely goodness and mercy. 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 Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the rest of my days. All the, and I will dwell. And I will dwell. And I will dwell. And I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. So what if you dirty, overcomer? So what if you got dirt under your nails? You've been through things. Come as you are. Come as you are. Stinking, dirty, ashamed. Come as you are, and you will overcome. And you will overcome. I was broken, dirty, and thought I was left out. But as they forsake me, my God lift me up. He gave me a new vigor, a new wineskin. He gave me a new identity. I'm an overcomer because I said I'm an overcomer. I'm an overcomer because he prepared me to overcome. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the rest of my days. And I will dwell in the house of man. Listen. Hey, be intentional. Quit holding back. I know all about it. I know all about being self-conscious, insecure. I know all about it. You lying. Yeah, you fly. Yeah, you fly. I know what that cover up though. Oh yeah, you ambitious. I know what that's covering up though. Oh yeah, you proud. I know what that's covering up though. You got scars, overcomer. Yeah, you've been through battle. Come on, man, you don't got all the answers. But nobody wanted you to show up perfect. He said, show up as you are. And he will lift you up. Show up as you are. Not what the world expects. Not that self-image you had to become. I'm talking about who you are. Thank you for who you are. Not just what you can do, but for who you are. You don't got to perform. I love you for who you are. Shame on who taught you that. Shame on who taught you conditional love. Shame on them. We gonna pray for them. We gonna pray for them. We ain't gonna want revenge on them. Good fruit. Work. Work. $20 more. Yeah, man, for who you are. Your dirty self. Your imperfect self. But you perfect for me, though. But you perfect for me, though. Intentional. 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 You may not can control all the thoughts that come and go, but you control which ones stay, the ones you purchase. Don't believe everything you think. Detach. Detach. Stay close to the vine. Good fruit. You are a branch on the tree. You are good fruit. The tree of life. You matter. Work. 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 Be intentional. I mean this. I meant what I'm doing. Be intentional. It don't have to be what I'm doing. Just mean what you're doing. Be passionate. Be patient. Be prepped. Hey, I used to be fluent in pretending. Fluent. I spoke pretending fluently. Now I speak preparation fluently. I am not punished. You are not punished. This is preparation. Progression over perfection. Yet I am perfect. Because I'm in my rightful place. At the right time I'm supposed to be. You was not late, overcomer. The time is intentional. You was not late. Quit speeding. Quit rushing. You're going to miss all the views. Take your time. It's the best time. I heard that from a good woman. I heard that from a wise woman. Taking your time is the best time. You know what's funny? Ever since I heard that quote, I see it. I see use of it. I had to use it today. You know how when somebody buy a car or you buy a car, you start to see it everywhere? Good fruit. On my way to Walmart, it was a guy, on my way to McDonald's this morning. Guy was coming up the curb with the cane with his daughter. And you know, I was approaching too. And that quote hit me. Take your time, it's the best time. And I waited. I held the door for both of them. And he took his time and got there, safe and sound. And I got my order. The time I was supposed, it was fresh. Now imagine if I would have sped. If I would have cut him off, I would have been rude. If I would have just only thought about me. Only. Because being intentional is considering others. Imagine what would have happened if I would have just brushed him off and didn't listen to the seed that was planted. Didn't use that fruit. This is why she was right. Taking your time is the best time. What he was going to speed up for me, he would have stumbled and failed. You know what he was going to do? Like, man, start panicking. Instead, I was like, you know what? He taking his time. Let me take my time. In fact, let me hold the door for both of them. Intentional. Good fruit. I didn't always do this another way. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I don't got time. Sometimes I'm like, hey man, I ain't thinking about all that. You know, not being intentional. Being arrogant. Hey, listen. Listen to the deliverance that's around you. Listen. If it's silent, listen to that. If it's silent, listen to that. What is that telling you? Be intentional with your hearing. That don't mean that you need to occupy it. Sometimes silent means peace. It means peace. It's without chaos. Sometimes it's a reset. Sometimes it's for you to rest. It's a pause. Sometimes it's to empty the bottle. It's not boredom. It's not loneliness. It's not absence. It's absence of chaos, I should say. Intentional. I'm just an overcomer, y'all. Just like you. I'm just a lowly overcomer. I breathe, I bleed, I eat, sleep, and you know the routine. I am not better than you. I may be different, but I am not better than you. And you are not better than me. We're just different. But overcoming does not discriminate. It fits all walks of life. You can find it in the cracks and the thick of things. You can find it in the nitty-gritty. In the dark, it's where you're sitting, where you're walking, where you're riding. Overcoming takes place all areas of the world. In your living room, in your classroom, at your job, in the bathroom, in your prayer closet. Overcoming takes place everywhere. Don't think because you ain't in a certain environment or a certain place that you can't overcome. Don't look at your bank account and think that ain't enough money to overcome. Don't look in your garage or outside and see that you may not have a car, that you need a vehicle or that particular vehicle to overcome. Don't open your refrigerator and be like, man, I don't got, it ain't stuffed with food that you can't find overcoming. Don't look in your call log, your contacts, and see that there are less friends or you get less phone calls that you used to. That you get less invites that you used to. Overcoming takes place in that too. You are complete. You don't lack nothing. I hope that nudged you to be kind to yourself. You are not being punished. You are not being prepped. You're being purified. God is intentional with his love for you. Man, what is this, man? What is this, like the fitness preacher? Nah. I'm not, call it what you want. I'm the fitness preacher. I just want to nudge you. Just want to encourage you to be your best version. Life, living is a tough job. It's a tough job for some. This is how you make it quality. Being intentional. Yeah, I ain't choosing that. I declare and decree peace over every area of my life. Intentional. He said, I will give ye peace for those that keep their eyes on thee because they believe in thee. Who you gonna believe? Because ears have not seen, eyes have not heard, neither have it entered into the heart of men the things God has prepared for those who love him. The things God has prepared for those who love him. Be intentional. Some prepared for you. It's a table prepared for you. Already be before it be. Yeah, I already know how I'm gonna show up. Thank you. Them the first words out my mouth. Thanksgiving. Prayer and supplication. Intentional. Not accidental. I mean on purpose. On purpose. Work. On purpose. Good. Let me tell y'all something. I didn't even want to do this. No, I was kind of sluggish. Y'all know something. I'm addicted to dark chocolate Klondike bars. And I ate 3 last night. Made me a little sluggish this morning. I ain't even want to do this. But I feel almost cursed. I feel effing amazing. When you start to do things you don't really want to do, it curves your mind. When you find a way, when you didn't see a way, when you just keep going forward, intentional with your steps. Next thing you know, your steps light up. It become a lamp on your foot. Intentional lighting. Overcoming, it ain't over, man. Oh no, it ain't over. Nah. Don't you dare pull the trigger. It ain't over. Oh, what we got in the chat? Derek Thompson, what's going on, man? I don't know, it just went away. There we go. How you been, man? That's how they respond to me. Yeah. That is how people, yeah, man, you know, what it is, Derek, is that it makes sense. You know, it makes sense when certain people have their hands on you. Before you start to peel the onion, you know, before you realize you an apple, you bear fruit. You get layered with an onion. You really gotta be careful who have their hands and touch on you. The things you listen to, the stuff you consume. And it starts early. That's why I always say it's always better to be seen and not viewed. If you got children, see them and not view them. Quit criticizing them all the time. You gotta, or even if you go to criticize, question why. Like, why are you? Is this something that you may need to resolve? Because kids watch, they listen, they're fertile ground. You know what I'm saying? You throw something in there, whoop, it's either gonna be wheat or weeds. Now, how can we distinguish the wheat from the weeds? So yeah, people become self-conscious because they had to perform their whole life. They want to show up a certain way. You know, especially if something, not saying, not the what do you call that, misogynist, but it's tough for men. You know, society have told them to don't cry, to tighten up, to be a man. It's like, hold on, I'm a human, a human, a human. You go on. That probably went over everybody's head, but no, I'm just saying. So it's like you gotta, just to be a man out in society, it's certain human qualities that they ask you to cut off, to don't show attention to. So it makes you, or it makes you perform a some way. You know, now your pride is in the way. And with women, you know, they might have pretty privilege. You know, nothing. Not saying it just, if they don't show up and look a certain way, that they're not as confident as going on. They don't believe in themselves as much. They think this look nice. They accept this, so this is what I'm going to be for doors to open. Or, you know, people just don't want to. They just want to bat 1,000. They just want to bat 1,000. It's like, you know, your shit stink. Like, your shit stink. Like, but I get it. You know, we cut open your stomach, everybody would be embarrassed. We get a whiff of that, we like, oh yeah, shame start to set in. Hey man, no. Everybody's shit stink. Everybody got problems. Our problems might not be created equal, but we all got problems. Everybody have their own path. Quit wearing that mask. I know all about it. I couldn't even breathe and still wore it. Listen, you know, going this way, bumping into things. Take that mask off. Yeah. Show your beautiful self. That's why people be self-conscious. Everybody judging everybody. Or, you know, they view you. They look at your application. They look at your accolades, your resume, and they think that's who you are. And some people gotta live up to that. It's people that has checked all the boxes, reached past all the tests. And they gotta, everywhere they go, they gotta live up to their resume. It's some people that don't even get jobs. They being told they overqualified. You know, you overqualified for this. It's like, man, hey man, not knowing sometimes, man, less money is more peaceful. Sometimes you was just doing that because mom and dad woke you up. You didn't want to let them down. Now you get self-conscious. You get insecure. I learned that trophies and accolades and nice apparel can be masked too. You know, you can hide. My shit don't stink. Look what I won. Look at my clothes. How do my shit stink? You know, they do the courtesy flush. People want to do the courtesy flush, Derek. They don't know that God give us graceful covering. We shouldn't be afraid of what man can do to us. We trying to impress man, and God like, I am a jealous God. Yeah, no, let me take that from you. Yeah, man, hold on. You know, because you used to talk to me nice when you didn't have that. Yeah, you know, I liked it, our relationship, when I trimmed your fat, when I lightened your load, when I exchanged your end of your rope with my easy yoke. I liked it that. Now you trying to impress him or her or they. I don't hear from you as much. Yeah, we forget that he is who we should be trying to please. Not prove, please. But when you've been around performative love, it is extremely difficult to rest in that. I know this by experience. It's difficult to rest in God's love when you had to perform for love. You always had to do something. What have you done for me lately? We live in a world where prayer ain't even good enough. You know what? I'ma just I'ma just stick with self-conscious. But I'm just saying, we don't know no better. You know? We don't know no better. We don't know no better. Okay, and what we got here? Showing up percent is the absolutely courage. This means that. But always showing up, man. Derek, listen, man. One day you might have to come on this live with me. Still trying to get my. Hey, 10,000 steps. Lift my weights. One step at a time, Derek. For real. Hey, like I said, I didn't want to do this. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't want to do this. It wasn't that I didn't want to do it. It just, you know, I didn't eat well last night, so I felt it this morning. But I learned, you know, I know how to get fitness fix this. No, 10,000 steps, man. Hey, bro, however you get there, get there. You know, if you have to break it in increments, you know. Hey, I don't know if you got stairs in the house. Hey, if you got a bodega corner store in your neighborhood, maybe you don't want to dry this time. Just walk to the store. You know. If you work at a job, you work on a forklift, and you usually drive up to the break room on your breaks, keep your forklift in the back and walk to the break room. You know. There's ways to get them 10,000 steps. Absolutely. There's ways. I don't know if you got a bike, but guess what? I used to I used to wear my Fitbit, and it counted bike pedals. Yep, my Fitbit, my phone count bike pedals. Yep, them steps too. If you got a stationary bike, an actual pedal bike, I know we've been on the e-bikes. We're in the e-bike era, but if you got a pedal bike, hey, you can get the steps in like that too. Yeah, man. Don't be too hard on yourself if you got 99,099. We just trying to get 1% better. If you miss the moon, you will still hit a star. You know what I'm saying? Everything you don't have to get everything in one whop. I am 42 years old. I didn't learn this in a day. I was today old. Man, listen. Oh my goodness. My dude, just going back to when he said, don't get old, I was like, dang, he was struggling. What else did you say, Derek? It is also God teaching to do all things possible. He removes things. It does make sense. He does remove things. Sometimes, you know how I said, it isn't coincidental. You know, it, it just appeared that way because he's just so ahead of us. It's weird how this he's just ahead of us. I'm telling you, he's just ahead of us. It all makes sense. He removed things and I've been in relationships, man, where hey, I thought they was gonna be forever. You hear me? Hey, I'm talking about, hey, I don't see these people or speak to these people at all. I don't even think about them as I once did. He will definitely remove things. And what's funny, you get so caught into obtaining it, maintaining it, not making room for new things. We have no idea where these things, how we can end up. Just enjoy your life, yo. You ain't going to, every day ain't going to be like, you know, just bubbles, peaches and cream, but enjoy it. The best way you can enjoy the day. That's why you can't get too ahead of yourself or going backwards. Just try to enjoy the day. This is a struggle for me. I'll be lying to you. Just enjoy the day. Some days are easier. Some days it's just a breeze. Some days is a struggle. You know? But just like the wise woman said, taking your time is the best time. You reach your 10,000 steps, that is good enough. Then you'll get another 10,000. Bottom line, if you don't get it today, you will reach 10,000 steps. But I like that you are intentional with your time and what you're trying to get accomplished. Ask for help. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Trust yourself. Yeah. Yeah, man. You got this, Derek. Overcomers, remember, I love you. I am not above you. And I am not beneath you. But I am always by your side. High five. Like, subscribe, and share this live. Peace. King 357, what's going on? Appreciate you showing up, G. I don't know if you was here at the beginning of the live, but I appreciate your comment. And this is what I mean by taking your time is the best time. You're not late. You ain't late. Everybody access will be granted to when it's supposed to be. You got permission to overcome. You have permission. Be bold, overcomers. Be bold. Be intentional. Quit hiding. Quit hiding. Peace.